of this generation show, proudly brought to you by the 8-bit decoder and supported by Zealand Farmer, Great Medical Center, Petroleum Industries, Accra Medical Gardens, and Niche Education Support. I'm Isabella Attoh, your host for today. And it's time for my favorite part of the show, the G Talk. Can you guess what our topic for today is? Hold your guesses, because I'm going to ask my guest a few questions. I guess school has started. Once school starts, the new curriculum begins, a new term has begun, notes, exercises, homeworks, project review works, all of those things combined give children and adolescents pressure. Do you sometimes feel that pressure?
Yes.
And that brings us to our topic, depression and stress in children. So when we say depression, what is depression?
To me, depression is a sense of hopelessness and sadness which affects an individual's thoughts, emotions, and feelings.
To me, depression is a mental disorder that causes people to feel hopeless, easily irritated.
If you say mental order,
Mental disorder.
Mental disorder, can you please explain that to us?
A mental disorder refers to anything that stops a human's brain from functioning normally.
Some people confuse stress for depression. So what's the difference between stress and depression?
Stress is something that is caused by anxiety or by a lot of expectations that are put on an individual. And I think that depression is somehow caused by stress. When someone feels a lot of pressure is put on them, they will become sad or feel hopeless if they don't see any sign of excelling. So I say that depression and stress are linked together.
To me, I feel like depression is just stress, but with more of it causing the person to feel hopeless.
So do adolescents experience depression and stress?
Yes, please.
As in how?
Well, as adolescents, there are a lot of expectations that are put on us. Maybe academic expectations. Many of our family members or society expect us to do well academically. This causes us anxiety, which will soon manifest to depression.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So what causes depression and stress?
Well, there are many factors that could lead to depression, but in essence, mostly it can either be as a child or adolescent. It can either be extreme stress or some trauma or some experiences they are going through.
I also think that there are many factors that lead to depression and stress. Some may be trauma, our environment, or even social media.
So once a child gets depressed and stressed, what should the child do?
I think they should opt for therapy or should talk about it to family members or friends who they feel they can trust their feelings or emotions with.
So what about you?
I also feel like they should inform their parents and also seek medical help.
So who can a child go to when he or she begins to get depressed, begins to experience stress?
Okay, I think they must go to their parents first. Even if they feel they cannot go to their parents, they also have their teachers there to discuss their problems with. If not their teachers, some caregivers like counselors or therapists.
Why can't children go to their parents when they are beginning to feel depressed? Because they give it to you, so for sure they like have an experience or able to help them.
Oh, I believe they should go to their parents, but sometimes most children aren't given that environment. Their parents don't give them the environment to talk to them a lot. And I think it's very bad. So if their parents don't, they should talk to their teachers, and maybe the teachers will inform their parents about this, and they might start conversing with their parents about their issues and everything.
I think that children should also talk to any adults which they can trust will help them. Sometimes children don't feel comfortable enough to share their problems with their parents, so this is another alternative to telling your parents.
So how can we prevent stress and depression?
Um, Stress and depression can be prevented when the child is given an environment where he or she feels like they can tell their parents their problems. This will help to reduce the amount of stress that child or adolescent receives on their mind.
I think they should ask for hobbies that they can use to take stress off their mind, something that they feel free with.
So what extracurricular activities can adolescents engage in to get rid of depression and stress?
They can opt for extracurricular activities that involve using your brain or your mind.
I believe they should opt for either art classes or music classes, from my experience.
So can adolescents avoid depression and stress? And no matter what you do, you still come across it.
No, depression doesn't really have one cause and it's not preventable, but can do some things to ensure that you do not fall into that situation.
I think parents should be aware that their child might come across depression or might experience depression and stress, so they should create a stress-free environment for their children.
Okay, so what advice would be to the viewers out there who are facing depression and stress?
It's okay to talk to somebody who you trust about it, and they will help you with it. They will not push you away.
I also agree with what she says.
There you have it. Parents out there, once you know your child is being depressed or stressed, why don't you sit your child down and talk to him or her? And if that doesn't work, you can take your child to a therapist for counseling.